Hey folks, today is Friday, January 12th, 2024. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino. Getting the date right, getting the year right, 2 weeks in a row. It's 2024, and I haven't said 2023. Let's keep that going. We're here to talk about the video game news. That's what we do every week. We get you guys caught up. So, bunch of news to talk about. Let's just jump into the first thing. It is about the most expensive game ever. If you follow gaming news, you probably know, yes, it's Star Citizen. Star Citizen, if you saw headlines this week, got some eyeballs on it because they announced a pack for the game, a bundle that you can purchase in-game that cost about $48,000. This is a bunch of like digital ships, digital assets and stuff, and a lot of people argue it's for a game that also is still very much in the works and not complete, but this has been a thing for many years now. There's been headlines countless times about Starfield's next big ship that costs a bunch of money that you can pre-order and buy, and I guess people are buying it because the game has been ongoing. It's still in development. It has released things in the past. Like, things are still going strong, so it is getting an influx of money. And to be fair, this pack here is essentially like the everything pack. You're buying up a lot of stuff for $48,000. According to some of the reports, like, this pack is only available to people in a select tier, like the Chairman's Club of Starfield, meaning you'd already have to have spent like the tune of $10,000. So basically it's like you're already a whale. This is a bigger whale. Whale, of course, is like a industry term for the rare few people that will spend a ton of money on microtransactions. Look, the way I look at this is they put it out there. They know their audience. Some people are going to buy it. Most people aren't. I think it is absolutely wild that people are buying bundles in-game that cost as much as many people make in a year. But not even in terms of this expensive bundle, but like a lot of the stuff they're selling in this game, they wouldn't be putting it out there if people weren't buying it. And it seems like Star Citizen is taking that money and improving their tech. We didn't talk about this, but a couple weeks back, they put out a new look at their tool set, their game engine, StarEngine in 4K. And it's actually a pretty impressive video of like space zooming down to a granular level on a planet with a real-time character player model that looks pretty realistic, with like sweat graphics, you know, skin graphics, all this stuff. Visually, there is some impressive tech going on there, and Star Citizen is like this ongoing thing. A lot of people use it as a punching bag. I think at this point, the community who is into that game has come out and defended it so much. I say just like let people spend money what they want to spend money on, whatever, man. But I'd love to know what you guys are thinking in the comments. Do you play Star Citizen? Are you on the outside looking in? Let me know. Now, in other news, Gameshark has returned. Is back.
Yeah,
it's back. Gameshark is back, but not really. So Gameshark is back. The company that owns the brand, Alltech Lansing, the classic PC company, is reviving the brand, but now it's called AI Shark. Yep. And essentially what this is it's intended for casual players, but it's going to be like an artificial intelligence powered tech that will help you step up your game and provide hints in real time. We don't really know too much about it. It's vague. We don't really know the full implementation. But again, they have said that this is targeted for more casual players. So maybe it's going to be like Fortnite tips or something. I don't know. The PlayStation 5 has like an in-game system. A lot of the consoles and a lot of, you know, PC stuff has already kind of played around with this technology. But the company is saying that they are trying to like really surpass the original legacy of Gameshark, quote unquote, tenfold. That's what they said. Good luck. There was a time when Gameshark was the thing. If you were a kid, you either had it or you wanted to have it. Remember hacking Jedi power battles to play as Darth Maul, but it like broke the game?
And,
oh man, the Captain Panaka.
Panaka, you can get both of them.
Yeah.
You can get Kieta Mundi too.
You could.
The Dreamcast version.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm. Man, Gameshark was a way to live. It was a lot of fun to mess with games and stuff. Will this thing amount to that? I don't know. Probably not. But also, like, in their announcement, they also alluded to the fact that it's coming out for the platforms and Nintendo Switch. And the new Nintendo Switch, which they claim is coming in September. Now, we talked about Nintendo Switch 2 and, like, the newest rumors and the specs last week. But, yeah, now Gameshark says so. Does Gameshark know something? Are they on the inside? I don't know.
Do you remember asking for a Gameshark for Christmas and you got an action replay instead?
Oh, action replay, no! Hey, jumping over here at home real quick to talk about today's sponsor of this video, it's Raycon. Yeah, are you surprised? New year, new us, but same great sponsor. Raycon, this year, I've been trying to read more. And by read, I mean listen to audiobooks. It counts, right? Well, Raycon is obviously great for music. It comes in at about half the price of other premium wireless audio brands. But when I'm not enjoying beautiful music, I'm listening to a podcast or, like I said, an audiobook. And it's been great with these because they're so easy and simple to use. They slip right in your pocket with this tiny little charging carrying case. They offer 8 hours of playtime, a 32-hour battery life total. And when I am walking around listening to stuff, thanks to the gel tips, they stay in your ears. They don't fall out, unlike some other earbuds I know. And the controls are really easy. You tap here, you're accessing different sound profiles, normal functions like play, pause, calls, stuff you'd expect, but also noise isolation and awareness modes. So they offer a lot with these little buds. If you've already gotten yourself a pair, I'd love to hear how you're using yours. But if you don't and you want to check them out, all you got to do is click the link in the description down below or go to buyraycon.com/gameranx to get 15% off your Raycon purchase and free shipping. Once again, that's buyraycon.com/gameranx. And big thanks to Raycon for sponsoring these videos. Next up, a big talking point this week is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So, previews have dropped. Some of the big outlets got to check out some of the game. IGN, GameSpot, the heavy hitters. We didn't. I think they emailed me and I forgot to email them back. I'm not good at this. But the previews coming back, the reactions coming back, a lot of those previews pulled no punches and said that the game wasn't really that great. I don't like to entirely judge a product before release. You could obviously tell where things are going, but there's been a lot of discourse around that, and interestingly enough, there was an alpha a couple weeks back that people could sign up for and play, and Rocksteady decided to lift the NDA on that. So if you played in that private alpha, you weren't allowed to talk about it, but now you can. So there are a lot more takes out there about the game, and that seemed to be because if you spent more time with the game than the press preview section, like it's a better game after you spend a bunch of hours in it. So that was their logic. I don't really know what to think. I haven't touched the game yet, so I'm just on the outside looking in, but like what I've heard about the game and what I've seen from the new gameplay footage, especially like the cluttered HUD that has kind of gone viral, it's just not something I'm super into playing. The traversal looks like a ton of fun, and I'm really in it for the story. I like Rocksteady storytelling, but you know, we're just gonna have to wait and see. When the game comes out, I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna play it, put out a before you buy for you guys, and let you know what's up. But yeah, that was like the big conversation online this week. Also, just as a heads up, in case you missed it, Xbox announced that on the 18th, next week, they're doing kind of like an early year developer direct type thing. Some news about some upcoming games. Apparently, we're going to get the first little bits of details about the Indiana Jones game, which I totally forgot was a thing, but that'll be cool. I'm just in the mood for like a good old-fashioned third-person action adventure game. Let's go. I want to whip a dude and shoot a man with a gun. What does Indiana Jones do? I don't know.
I think just those things.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. So yeah, January 18th, keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll probably give you some news from it. But Suicide Squad wasn't the only thing to have like a round of previews this week. We also got some previews for Pacific Drive. This is that game where you drive that kind of like Ghostbustered out old station wagon through like a sci-fi thing. I played this like a year ago. I thought it was pretty cool, but the previews now are more in depth. I linked Game Informers in the description if you want to check that out, as well as all the news stories I talk about this week. So yeah, that's there. And if we are linking things down below, I am linking a new announcement trailer for Golden Sun. Golden Sun is coming back. The first two Golden Sun games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online next week, the 17th. Those are some good-ass RPGs if you're looking for something to sink your teeth into from the Game Boy Advance days. Also, I linked like a new trailer for Tekken 8. This is
awesome.
This is so awesome. Tekken just literally hired Brian Cox, Logan Roy from Succession, most recently among many other things, to just stand in front of a green screen and explain Tekken lore. I love this. This is marketing that I can support. Is it stupid? Yes. Does it make sense? No. That's why I'm into it. I like hearing Brian Cox say Jin Kazama and like Heihachi and like everybody, yeah. Also, just while we were making the show, Smite 2 has been announced. 10 years after the original game, the developers are essentially rebuilding the game from the ground up for this new sequel, using everything they've learned from the game they built from the previous 10 years. This is like a huge MOBA that some people really love. So now apparently it's going to come with new animations, quality of life updates, a new UI, and a bunch of other stuff I guess they haven't really revealed yet. There are new characters and gameplay improvements like I can't speak to. I'm not like a Smite player or anything like that, but we do know that there is going to be an alpha playtest slated for spring 2024. So once we get out of this winter, MOBA fans will have something to look forward to and sign up for. Also, releasing next week, but reviews drop this week, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. This is like the 2D spin-off game, which I was skeptical of, but after playing it, I really like it. It's a return to classic 2D Prince of Persia roots. It's got fun combat. It's challenging. Check out that video if you want. That's linked down below. But again, that's out next week. Also, I linked a trailer for this random game called Sun and Bone. This was dropped on the PlayStation channel as an announcement trailer. It's coming 2024, and it's essentially Turok, but like you're a cowboy man. Like you're a cowboy man and you get transported to a dinosaur world and you got to shoot dinosaurs in first person. Okay, sure. Also, we got a leak, a Best Buy store listing of an updated DualSense PS5 controller. This is like a DualSense V2. It's dubbed, and it seems like it's not changing. It's a DualSense controller, but with apparently what the leak said was like 12-hour battery life, which is a big improvement. My biggest complaint since day one, and as somebody who uses those controllers pretty regularly for reviewing games and grinding through games, that battery life is not good. So if they're re-releasing the controller to have better battery life, I am in. Also, sticking with the PlayStation news, at CES this year, we got a look at the PS5 Slim with the new colorways. You may have seen these colors before, but this is them on the PS5 Slim, or like updated PS5, really, whatever you want to call it. But along with that, just a lot of good gaming news from CES. We got a new Steam Deck competitor, another one from MSI this time around called the Claw. It's got Intel chips. We also got new gaming monitors, new gaming laptops. 3D gaming monitors where like you don't need glasses, in the works from Samsung, and from the hardware guys at the AMD 7600 XT, and from Nvidia we got a 4080 Super, a 4070 Ti Super, and a 4070 Super. There's a lot of stuff to read up on, to check out. We did make a whole video breaking down the CES news if you like tech, so that'll be linked in the description down below. But that's the gaming news this week. That's everything we wanted to get you guys caught up on. We got to get back to work, so let me know what you guys are thinking of these news stories in the comments. From the PlayStation side of the world, are you excited for a new DualSense controller? From the Xbox side of things, what are you expecting from those announcements next week? The general side, would you, whatever you play on, would you use Gameshark again if it was this weird new AI shark thing? Is that any interest to you? I think we need to see more. There's really not too much about it yet, but if you have Gameshark memories, would love to hear that. Let's talk anything about that, Star Citizen, all gaming news down below. We'll be down in the comments as much as possible, of course, but if you want to yell at me directly, you can always find me on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Jake Baldino, my other YouTube channel, just search my name, Jake Baldino. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for being here. Let's talk down there. Clicking the like button does help us out, though. We've been giving you the news every Friday for a long time now, so thank you for being here. But that's it. I'm Jake Baldino. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Be well. Pizza's on me.